Welcome back to the podcast. We'll try it again. It was pretty funny, though. Yeah. Welcome back to the podcast. Today we have Chat freaking Lavender on. What's up? Thanks for coming on, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Glad to be here.
That went good. How you been?
Good, man.
It's been a while since we've seen you. Since the last time we had you on. Yeah. I won't say since we've seen you, but it's been a while since we've seen you too. Actually.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah. But been a minute since you've been on for sure.
Something's happened since you left. Since you last show was you got your black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Big props to Pac Lewis and everybody over the Apex. Funny story. In a weird sort of way, I got my black belt back in 2003 by Chet Lavender. But he wasn't the kind to ever do anything, make a big deal out of anything. There wasn't any sort of promotion ceremony or
just here you go.
Yeah, here you go type thing. Yeah. And the reason he gave it to me was because I went to a jiu-jitsu tournament and I beat a black belt in competition. Yeah. So he's like, man, you deserve a black belt. And, he's like, we'll make it official when Alan Goez gets back in town and all this stuff. But, life happens and that never happened, So it was a really cool honor to have that black belt officially recognized with paperwork and really to be under Pac because, to me in this area, he's just one of the best jiu-jitsu coaches there is around here. He's awesome and just a great guy.
That's where Trey's awesome. Kids go to school at for jiu-jitsu.
What was your belt color when you beat that black belt?
Purple.
Purple?
Yep. Yeah, I was a purple belt.
I don't know how the belts go. It's purple, and then is there another belt or two in between?
White, blue, purple, brown, black.
Yeah, brown, black. Okay.
Yeah.
So the last time you came on, you had several stories, and then when we ended the podcast, you was like, "Bro, I didn't even get into any of my stories."
But before we go there, though, Trey had a really cool question.
Yeah. So, what was the hardest belt to get in your jiu-jitsu journey? I was thinking earlier, like black belt, yeah, but not always. Maybe not the true hardest one to get after you get there. You know what I'm saying?
The hardest belt to get
because life happens.
The hardest belt to get in jiu-jitsu and really any martial art. The hardest one to get is the white belt.
Oh my gosh, I knew you was gonna say that, bro.
Because most people never even start.
That is true, honestly.
That's the truth of it.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Heck yeah, bro. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Harold, my son, he said he always wants to talk about being a black belt and jiu-jitsu all the time, bro. He just started, but he's been doing it for 6 months, but he loves it.
That's good. Yeah. That's good. Just keep that passion and stay in it.
Yeah. I'm trying to make him a fan of it too, watching UFC, BJJ or stuff online, tournaments and stuff. I want to get him into all that, but he's a little nervous about competing.
Give him 6 more months. He'll probably be ready.
I mean, he's, 8?
Yeah, but
I know.
Yeah.
He's 8.
I know.
Give him a chance to, for real, like,
I
don't
let him have fun with it right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let him have a good
myself, so I can't really feel like I don't push him hard.
Yeah, let him enjoy it. Yeah.
I'm not really pushing myself. Yeah. It's funny.
It's true. It is what it is. I actually looked up trying to get him into wrestling too. Cleveland Hop, that little thing over there. Yeah. But the guy said November to February is their season.
It is. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Got to get him in for the right time for that. But I didn't know exactly when it was.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, did he tell you what to do in November?
No, I didn't ask him. That's long as it would.
Yeah, I know.
You'll forget before then.
Yeah. Hey, this is Trey. Remember me?
I didn't even introduce myself. I was like, hey, what am I supposed to do to get my son and daughter in here?
He said the season's November through February, you newbie.
Yeah, you missed it, bud.
Yeah. That's funny. So back to my question, I guess. Yeah. You had some stories that you wanted to tell on this mug that I can't wait to hear, man.
Oh, man. Oh.
So, like, I guess start with not, I don't want to say the craziest thing that ever happened or anything like that, because that would be obvious, right?
Yeah.
There would be one story that was the craziest thing, which we probably already talked about. But what would be like a moment or anything that stood out in 1999?
Oh, wow.
I mean, you see what I'm saying? Like, is there anything? I mean, I'm sure there's something in your brain. I don't know when you started exactly. I know it was before 2000.
Yeah. I was already fighting in 99.
Yeah.
And fighting amateur.
In 99, you was fighting an amateur. Okay.
Yeah. I remember one of the fights that I had that was in Memphis. It was at the New Daisy Theater, a real small venue right in the middle of Beale Street. Pretty cool atmosphere, but, here again, this is so long ago that, nowadays, you know who you're fighting at least 4 weeks ahead of time. Sure. Usually 6 or 8 weeks ahead of time. You know who you're fighting. Even on these smaller amateur shows, UFC, you'll know 3 months in advance who you're fighting. Well, I had no idea who I was fighting when I got there. And so we're all weighing in, and the promoter, he's, writing names and weights down and trying to figure it out. And he matched me up with this kid. And of course, I was a kid too at the time, but I was about 165 pounds, and this guy that he matched me up against was about 2 inches shorter than me, and he had to have been every bit of 180 pounds. He was just a little tank.
Yeah, you said.
And I said, "Oh man, this is gonna suck." But I'm backstage, warming up, getting ready for the fight, and I literally told my coach, it's like, I don't want to do this. I mean, I was scared. I was legit terrified.
Yeah. And
I can't remember what he said to me, but he changed my mind. He got me in there. And
golly.
It was a war, a literal war. After the first round, I literally crawled on my hands and knees back to my corner. Ooh. And didn't even try to sit on the stool. I just sat on my butt in the corner. And
how long was the round back then for amateurs?
They were 5s. Yeah, they were 5s. And I was ready to quit. Yeah. And I looked over in the corner, and my opponent was doing the same thing. Yeah. And I was like, okay, maybe I can.
Yeah.
And so I went back out, and man, he grabbed me in the tie clinch in plum and started chunking knees. And I got lucky enough to catch one and dumped him, took him down. And I'll never forget this part, but I was on side control, and I come, really, I guess technically it was illegal, but, back then rules weren't so much enforced, Yeah. But I come.
Depending on the referee.
I come with a 12-6 elbow right on his sternum. And I heard the life go out of him. I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Yeah. I got him, Yeah. But he stuck his arm out, and I got him in the arm bar.
Oh, dang.
But me and him both, after the fight, we were sitting in the locker room just about to die.
Yeah.
But it was that fight right there that I said, you know what? You got to be in shape for this stuff. Conditioning's a real thing.
Yeah, that's when you learn.
No? Yeah, that's when I learned.
So 1999 is when you learned about conditioning.
Yep.
Got to do it.
Have you ever had to talk one of your fighters into keep to staying in the fight, like you just said?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's happened a few times.
Yeah.
Happened a few times. Got to get that motivation going, in between rounds. I don't think I've ever had anybody say before the fight that they didn't want to.
Yeah, that'd be different, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm guilty of that. Like, I did not want to fight that guy.
He said before the bell even rang.
Yeah. I was like, but, even Tyson said, that he was scared before a fight, and I think that fear is a good thing. If you don't have some fear in there, then, you walk in overconfident and probably ain't going to work out too good for you.
Yeah.
I feel like you might want to go get your brain scanned if you want to.
Exactly.
There's zero fear.
Psychotic or something.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Connor, that's Connor.
He says that, but he could just be masking it.
I don't know. You need to go get your brain scanned if you're not.
Well, that could be said for any of us that do this.
That's actually true, man. The more you talk about it, I think that's a very true statement. We need to see what that's doing for you guys, because it's a different mindset.
Yeah,
it's cool for us though. I mean, we've talked about it a million times, but it's definitely different.
Yeah,
I want to see what part of the brain is working.
Yeah, I know. That's interesting, actually.
Yeah. It's, I say it all the time, fighting, combat sports in general, it's not for everybody. It's really not. Yeah. And I jokingly say all the time, there's got to be something a little wrong with people like me that enjoy getting punched in the face. Yeah. There's something wrong there. Yeah. But I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
What's the difference in the coaching from a long time ago when you started and the way you coach now? It seems like, we watch Rocky movies or something. The coach is just rough. Yeah, just, rough.
The biggest thing is there's so much more knowledge now. And the art of blending all the styles together is a real thing now. And, back when I did it, especially in early 2000s, you did your kickboxing and then you did your jiu-jitsu, and
there was no MMA gyms.
There really wasn't.
Yeah.
There really wasn't. When I went to Chet Lavender, he was the closest thing. Everywhere else they did jiu-jitsu or kickboxing or, and he did both. And, that was the time period where we started figuring out how to put them together, but now as a coach, I get to teach the guys those things and they don't have to struggle as much like I had to.
Yeah. Like you learned the hard way.
Yeah. For sure.
You figured it out for sure.
Yeah.
Because you learned it the hard way, just like a lot of people I do that.
Yeah.
But they don't have to, so that's way beneficial for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why it's progressing so fast.
It is. Yeah.
And there's a difference between, you can take boxing and somebody that's got really good hands as a boxer, but it's different when you're fighting MMA because there's so many other things to worry about. You got to worry about getting taken down. You got to worry about getting kicked in the leg. Yeah. There's so many other things.
Your stance just can't be straight up.
No, the stance in itself is totally different. Yeah. There's a lot of things that just don't work. It has to be. Yeah.
Has to be different. It's cool. Just little small nuances.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's checkers versus chess.
Yeah.
You ever fought in a super sketchy place?
There you go. What was the sketchiest fight you ever had, dude? Where you was like, I don't know about this. It's a great question.
So, my first pro fight was in a arena that typically did rodeos. Yeah, so the whole floor was dirt, so that was a little different. And our warm-up lockers were back there, and they were actually like stables, where they would keep bulls and stuff.
What year is this?
2000.
Nice. Okay, so we're 1 year past 99. Yeah. Did you have more fights back then?
I fought a lot. I fought from 2000 till 2002, those 3 year period. I fought quite a bit, and not just MMA. I would do, MMA, kickboxing, any jiu-jitsu tournament, judo tournaments, karate tournaments. I competed all that I could.
As a rule, though, were most people doing it more like Like,
yes. A lot of the guys in the UFC now, they might only fight once or twice a year.
yeah.
So yeah, in general, everybody fought a lot more back then. Of course, I mean, if you got paid $2,000, that was big money,
Right.
So,
Yeah.
But, and there wasn't as much athletic commission oversight. Now
It was a little bit easier to fight.
it is a lot easier to fight, and the states didn't really talk to each other. So you could go fight in Memphis and then the next 2 weeks later go fight in Iowa, and that's another thing, man, is like we didn't have all this travel expense paid for. I think I only got, out of the 30 fights that I had, I think I only got flown to the venue like 4 times. Vegas,
overseas
to Tokyo,
Yep.
Atlantic City, and Miami. I think that's the only time I ever got flown. Like I drove to Iowa several times to go fight.
Yeah.
Drove 14 hours.
Jesus, dude. I drove to Pennsylvania and I don't ever want to go back. So people fighting more often, were they fighting with more ailments too, or injuries? Were people just trying to ignore that kind of stuff? Were they?
Oh yeah.
Was there more injuries back then too, as a result of that, or is it?
Back then, everybody, it seemed like, I'm not going to say everybody, but it seemed like most people walked into the ring or the cage with some type of injury. You really didn't say anything about it,
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, you're fine. You're probably going to have.
Well, I mean, several fighters we've talked to that come on, you're not going to have a complete camp where you go completely injury free and step into a cage at 100% and fight.
No, that don't happen.
I feel like back then, people were walking into the cages with ALCs torn, and you see what I'm saying?
I was at a show in Memphis at the New Days Theater. That was kind of my local fight scene back then. Even though it was 5 hours away, that was the closest. That was the closest place I could go and fight on a regular basis. And we were getting ready for the show. We were having fighters meeting, and I was talking to this guy, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I fought 2 weeks ago and such. I fought last weekend. I'm fighting tonight." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool, man." And then we're listening to the referee go over everything. And I look over, and he literally passed out, like slipped, just fell over, head bounced off the floor like a basketball. I don't know what was wrong with him. The EMT come got him and took him out of there. I have no idea what happened to him.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Could you imagine, dude?
No, I don't want to be doing that.
No. So, do you have the funniest story that you? We're talking about 30 years.
That's a lot of memories.
Yeah, that can come up. Yeah,
We're near close to anybody else being close to your story. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about the time I got kicked out of Birmingham?
I don't think so. Can't wait to hear about it.
So we go to a fight show in Birmingham.
I think that's the title of this podcast now. You just named it.
The time I got kicked out of Birmingham.
Did I ever tell you about the time I got kicked out of Birmingham?
So we go to the show, and it's one of those nights where every fight ends quick. Like there's 10 fights, and I believe one of them went the distance. The rest of them was either a submission or a knockout in the first round.
Pretty quick.
So we were out there early.
Yeah.
Early. It was like, well, let's go out, Let's go out. So we go to downtown Birmingham, and here again, man, this was probably 2000, 2001.
Nice.
Something like that.
Yeah, I remember that well.
So, we didn't have smartphones.
No.
You
had a flip phone.
Yeah. But
Maybe.
we didn't have GPS or any of that stuff. You couldn't type in bars near me or anything.
Yeah.
That wasn't happening.
No.
So we go to Birmingham. We're on the strip. We find the strip.
Yeah.
And we park. We're walking down the strip. It's like, where do we go? I don't know. Let's try this place.
Yeah.
So the first clue should have been that all the windows are blacked out. Remember that for future reference.
Gotcha.
The name of the place was the Knight's Pond. So
I mean, it don't sound bad, right? You're walking in.
There's like 5 of us fighter guys. We walk in. 2 of the guys go straight to the bar, never even checked up. They just go straight to the bar. So me and one of the other guys, we kind of looking around. I said, Joe, whole lot of dudes in this place. He said, yep, sure is. Put his arm around me. He said, you're with me. Yep.
Let's just go ahead and team up here, buddy. We want a drink, don't we?
We're officially a couple. So I said, we might want to get our buddies out of here. So yeah, this ain't going to go good, I don't think. So we ease over to the bar where the other guys are at. And one of them, oh, bless his heart. About the time I walked up, he's talking to the bartender, and he tells the bartender, he says, give me the tequila. Bartender says, you want it on the rocks or straight up? He said, straight up. Bartender said, oh, you're a real man, ain't you? And he still ain't caught on. He's like, damn right, I'm a real man. Yeah.
I like this bar. Yeah.
And I tap him on the shoulder. I said, hey, Mark, bud, we're in a gay bar. Completely unfiltered. You know, you mean to tell me we're in here with a bunch of cocksuckers?
Oh, God.
Oh, I was like, come on, man. Come on. We got to go. We got to go. And so the bouncer was cool. You know, he's like, y'all didn't know. It's fine.
Yeah.
Go on. He said, y'all need to go down there. There's a strip club.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So we go to the strip club. And everything's fine. We're hanging out. And we're starting to feel pretty good. You know, I had a few drinks. And 2 of the guys, they start arguing with each other. And apparently what happened, one of them made a comment about one of the dancers there. And the other one said something about I don't think she's that good looking. He said, well, she's a whole lot better looking than your old lady.
Oh, God.
And the fight started in the middle of the strip club.
You can't say that.
So we get kicked out of the strip club. So we're 2 for 2.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not going good.
No.
Probably should just go home. Yeah.
At that point, we should have went home.
Yeah.
We had... We did not have the ability to go home at that point. we had to continue. So we end up at this other bar, and it was kind of like a sports pub. You know, had dartboards and pool tables and TVs, and you know, and we're having a good time in there. Everybody's hanging out. This is our crowd.
Yeah,
this is cool.
Yeah.
So it gets about the end of the night, and the same guy that had made the comment at the gay bar, and got into the fight at the strip club, makes a comment to the bouncer at that bar we're at. He said, "You look Brazilian, and I don't like Brazilians." Oh God! Here we go.
A nuisance.
Oh, so they're jawing at each other. I'm just kind of standing back, let me warm up because this is about to happen. Yeah. And one of our other buddies, Ernie, the stories I could tell you about him. Anyway, Ernie decides that he's going to be the hero, and he reaches over to the pool table and grabs up a cue ball, jumps in between them, and says, "Nobody do nothing. If you do, I'm going to smash you in the face with a damn pool ball. Everybody be cool. Nobody be the hero. We're leaving." And so everybody kind of backed off. And he carried that pool ball in his hand all the way out the door. When we got outside, he rolled it back in. So now we're 3 for 3.
Golly.
And we're walking down the street, and we did have a designated driver. Right. We had one guy, Butterbean, bless his heart. He drove us everywhere. He was great. But so we're walking down the street, going to the car. Butterbean's the only sober one. The other 4 of us are staggering.
Butterbean the fighter?
No. Different
okay.
Butterbean. They look a lot alike.
I mean, it seems like they would. Yeah.
But so we're almost to the car, and Birmingham police pulls up. "What y'all doing?" "Well, we're leaving this bar." He said, yeah, I got a call about y'all.
2 of them now. Yeah.
Said, where y'all headed? Said, we're going home. We're headed to Chattanooga. We're going home. He said, "Well, the interstate's right there. I suggest you get your ass on it, and you don't come back down here for a while." "Yes, sir."
They probably did get 2 calls.
I'm sure they got 2. They got at least 2.
And the first bar you was at, a strip club, and then the second. Yeah. They got 2 calls on you, and they was like, "That's enough. Let's go get them. These boys are up to no good." Yeah, it's different though. You can't do that no more, right?
No.
Well, you really can't.
No.
So that was the funniest. And that's in 2000?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's in 2000.
Somewhere around in there.
Yeah.
You hang out with that dude some more?
Yeah. Did you ever hang out with that guy again?
I don't think we went on many fight trips together anymore.
I wouldn't have it. Yeah, it's way too much for me. I've never been the guy to enjoy that.
No, I don't.
I like watching it from a distance.
Yeah. I don't like to get involved in anything.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just so many things that can happen when you're in a confrontation out on the street, or at a bar or something. It's just.
Heck no. Yeah. I don't mess with none of that. If there's any drama going on, I'm usually dipping out first. Anything going on, I'm like, back of the corner. I don't deal with it good.
So I don't know if we talked about this last time, but maybe. But do you like coaching better than fighting?
I like it as much, but it's a different thing,
You still feel like fulfilled and everything.
Yeah. It's extremely rewarding, whenever you've coached a guy and they get in the ring and it's obvious that they learn from you and they do something that you taught them.
Yeah.
And it leads to them winning the fight. That's really, really cool. And then also being the guy that's there for them when they lose.
Oh yeah.
I don't like it when anybody loses, but I like being there for them when they do, because I can. Hey man, I've been there. I've done it.
I know exactly.
It's okay. Sun's gonna come up tomorrow. It's okay.
Yeah.
You're the type of coach that people can just come talk to if they want to about whatever.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to feel some sort of way whenever you lose a fight.
I guarantee it.
It's like
You're sitting there training your hardest most of the time. People probably feel like they are anyway, but then you go out there and lose, and it probably is very disheartening.
It sucks. And the thing about it is, if you lose a fight and it was a good fight and you tried your best and you gave it all you had, that's okay. You can deal with that. But if you lose a fight where you just got caught, or maybe you overlooked the guy, you was overconfident, or maybe, and I've had this happen several times, it just couldn't flip the switch to go. Just couldn't do it.
Oh yeah. Golly, you never.
You think the adrenaline would give you enough?
Yeah.
It don't.
It don't always, huh?
It don't always. And I've said this before. It's like I've had nights in there where it wouldn't have mattered who was in front of me. I felt like I could beat Superman. It didn't matter who that was. I was going to whoop his ass. It's going down.
Then?
Yeah, whenever I felt good.
Yeah.
But I've had the opposite.
Yeah.
I've had nights where I felt like it wouldn't have mattered if it was my little sister. I was going to get my butt whooped.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah.
But there's some times where you just can't go.
And is it? Yeah, I know. That's what I was going to say. Is that just a energy type feel, or is it a mental thing? What
it's a mental thing for sure. And I can't really pinpoint it, no, because there was no difference really in the training camps.
You would just fix that.
You would fix it, yeah. But it's something in here that's not, you can't just fix it.
Yeah. It's deeper rooted than that, yeah.
For sure.
It's wild, ain't it?
It is.
I've never thought about that, like not being able to flip the switch and just be, But
we ain't had nobody been in 30-something fight. So it's like
30 years at it.
Yeah.
30 years at it. Yeah. That's a minute. It's a little stint, son. I guarantee you've seen some things. So you're still coaching and not fighting anymore.
No.
Still training.
Still training. I still spar and still roll.
Yeah.
Your voice sounded like maybe.
I know.
My wife wants me to fight one more time so bad. Yeah, she really does. She really wants me to fight one more time. And, if I can get my knees to where they don't hurt so bad, then maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not going to rule it out.
They make some amazing peptides now. Have you tried any of those?
Yeah.
Have you?
BPC 157, TB 500.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it helps.
Does it?
Yeah.
I've wondered for myself, but I've never tried any of them. I didn't know if you.
Yeah, it helps.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. But on the other hand, whenever, like, if I'm getting ready for a fight, I only know one way to train for a fight, and that's all in.
Yeah.
And if I did that, then I would be taken away from the guys that I'm coaching now.
Yeah.
And they're young, they're up and comers, they're trying to go somewhere with this sport, and I don't want to take away from them.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It wouldn't be easy to do for sure.
Maybe just jump in there one day.
So if you fought now, do you think you would have to out knowledge somebody versus out physical?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, the speed is not what it used to be for sure. So yeah, I'd have to use a lot more technique than just, going in there wide open.
Yeah. But with 30 years, you think you could still out knowledge most of the fighters that are out there?
I mean, not at the highest level. Those guys are.
Yeah. You're not going to go.
They're in their prime.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as far as regional stuff, I'd do all right.
Yeah. I'd be okay.
Yeah, I'd be okay.
I'd be okay. Yeah. It's pretty fun though. Think about
it. Going into the dang store or something, not gonna whoop everybody's ass.
I know.
I never think about it. I really don't
think about that.
Well, but I can say that I'm never scared.
Yeah.
I'm never nervous about whoever's around me.
Yeah.
And I understand that there's a lot of people. I would say most people tend to get a little nervous, if certain people are around them, maybe a little intimidated or something.
Yeah, whatever. Feel a little something.
Yeah.
There's always going to be a little something, especially if you're meeting somebody new, Yeah.
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 But yeah, I don't know what that's like.
Yeah.
Back in the day, everybody, like nowadays, a lot of people focus on their walkout song, that's a cool walkout song or whatever. Did you have a walkout song? Like NSYNC or
It's Raining Men.
It's raining, man.
For the majority of my fights, that wasn't a thing.
Yeah, I was wondering if it might have been.
We didn't get to pick what we walked out to.
Yeah. Probably just standing in the corner already. It was just walking into, and a lot of them probably.
Yeah. It was just a totally different atmosphere. It wasn't until later on that you got to actually pick your music. Kind of towards the end of my career.
Yeah.
But that last fight I had, which was just over a year ago. Yeah, I got to pick my music, and there was a purpose behind that song.
Yeah.
Of course, me and the guy had a little history.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That was 2024.
2024, February 24.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy to me, bro. I can't not imagine fighting at my age right now.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine fighting at 20-something, so.
Oh, no. Exactly. Have you ever gotten, like, seriously angry during a fight or before a fight? Just been really mad about something?
No.
No?
I always try to keep a level head because I learned early on in training that if you got mad when you were sparring, then you got beat up real quick. You don't have any control when you're mad.
Yep.
And so, like I said, I learned that early when I was sparring, and the guys there told me, it's like, if you're going to fight, kind of the same thing. You get mad and all. How guys will say, "I'll just see red."
Yeah.
That's not a good thing.
I know.
You can't perform if you're mad.
Yeah.
You got to keep a level head.
I don't know how you do that, but people do it.
Yeah.
At every one of these things.
Because you only fight when you are mad, though, right? You're only mad enough to fight. You're not just out there.
I'm not going to fight if I'm not seeing red.
Yeah.
I would never do that, you just have to almost punch me in the face, which that's how every one of the fights start out.
Really?
Yeah, that I've ever been in, yeah, for sure. Yeah. I don't fight. I run from a fight, son. I'm telling you that right now. I don't fight. It's not my thing, but
Fun to watch.
it's a lot of fun to watch. I love it.
Yeah. You ever had a fighter that was like, just, damn, bro, this dude is it?
I've had a couple. Kind of goes back to what we was talking about earlier, though, is for us to enjoy fighting, combat sports in general, there's something not right. And the ones that I've had that they could really be something, there was really something not right up here. And they just...
Instead of just one screw loose, they
had a few. And just did not make the right choices in life, and ended up, kind of throwing it away.
It's a fine line, ain't it?
It is. Yeah, I mean, it's razor's edge. It really is.
And the bad thing is like, even if you make it, it's going to be real hard still to get to the UFC.
Oh, yeah.
Make some money, So you can make some money, but.
Yeah.
Well,
this is a tough sport because of that.
It is extremely tough. And I think I mentioned it last time I was here. If you're in it to make money, you're in it for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
Because there's a very, very, very small percentage of people that actually make significant money as a fighter.
Yeah.
You got to do it because you love the sport.
Yeah.
Period.
That should make it better for fighters, though. Yeah. Really. If you think about it, man.
If the boxers so damn much.
I know.
Yeah, that is becoming more and more of an issue. Just this week, Zuffa Boxing signed a guy for $15 million. And I don't think there's been a UFC fighter ever get paid $15 million.
No.
And it's just, and now the fighters in the UFC are like, the hell, man, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. I mean, even smaller promotions that are fighting pro fighters it's not a big they're not making a big old payday.
No, they're not. They're absolutely not.
You got to go. It's got to be, crazy, bro. Yeah. PFL didn't pay out millions of dollars for anything. None of them do. It's not just them, but none of them do.
No, they don't. They really don't. And
I wonder why, though. I mean,
well, you got to look at it.
I guess, too, some of those are not able to do that, right? But
you got to look at the whole production side of putting on the show. So if you look at just doing a show, it's going to cost you for the venue. It's going to cost you for all the staff. It's going to cost you for the insurance you got to have. Then if it's the pros, you got to pay them a purse. And then the only way that you make money is by the tickets that you sell, putting butts in seats, So, and we can buy tickets beforehand, but still most people wait till the day of the show, to buy a ticket. So you're sitting on pins and needles, nervous up until after the event to find out how many tickets you sold. To make sure you even made a profit at all. Yeah. And that's the other thing. At the end of the day, they're not putting on the show just for the heck of it.
Yeah.
They want to make a little money too.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons why, pro fighters, especially regional pro fighters, you're not going to make a lot of money. The biggest thing is they look at how much are you worth? How many tickets are you going to sell?
Yeah.
If you're Joe Schmo from halfway across the country and I got to pay to fly you in here, well, then I'm going to match you up against a local guy that I know is going to sell some tickets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you think about that dirty boxing?
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's a really, really good rule set for especially the guys that fight MMA, but they kind of lean more towards the striking.
Yeah.
It's really fun to watch.
Yeah.
And I mean,
I think it's good for some of these other promotions to put some pressure on the UFC.
It is, but I don't know that anybody will ever be big enough to really put real pressure on them.
No, they're not. I mean, but it would be, I think like dirty boxing and bare knuckle fighting, I think both of those promotions are as entertaining.
Yeah. To me, DBX is, dirty boxing is. Personally, I don't like bare knuckle.
Oh, really?
I don't like it at all.
Okay, I didn't know that.
No. Just not my thing.
I got you. Is it the rule set, kind of?
Well, here again, I look at it more from a fighter's perspective than anything else.
I got you.
You couldn't pay me enough.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I'm going to break my hand.
I know.
I'm going to get cut up.
I can't imagine.
It's not worth it. It's just not worth it.
Yeah. It's wild.
Yeah.
But from an entertainment value, I think I think dirty boxing and bare knuckle are both very entertaining to watch from an entertainment standpoint. But yeah, from the fighting standpoint, I wouldn't.
It's too risky.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I mean, the only way that you come out of one of those fights okay is if you knock the guy out in the first 10 seconds. Otherwise, you're going to get hurt.
Yeah.
You're getting cut. It could be another 3-4 months before you're even able to even start training again after one of those fights.
Yeah. So you don't get mad during the fights?
No.
What's the craziest thing in your 30 years that you've seen ever? Whether it was a you or you seen it inside the fighting capacity.
Man, I don't know. I've seen some crazy stuff, I
mean, even if it's just like rule changes or whatever.
I've been at several events where, fights broke out and, that's the kind of stuff it doesn't happen that much anymore, but back in the day, it happened quite a bit.
Yeah.
You know, one of the good things that happened as I was coming up was how everybody kind of adopted basically the same rule set. You know,
Yeah. I think we talked about that a little bit the last time.
Because back then, man, it was, depending on where you fought, it would be totally different rules, you know. So, and that was pretty tough.
Them adapting, everybody adopting the same rule set was a huge thing for you.
Yeah.
Then,
yeah. That helped everybody.
Yeah, you ain't got to worry about anything, just the rules.
Yeah. You know it's going to be, it's going to be the same no matter where you're at.
Yeah.
You know, the weight classes, you know, actually having real weight classes and everybody sticking to them, you know, and that's been a good thing. I think there needs to be more weight classes. Yeah. I mean, compare, and I won't even say boxing, compare high school wrestling
Yep.
to MMA.
Yep.
You know, there's a big gap between 170 and 185.
That's huge.
15 pounds is a lot.
Yeah.
185 to 205, 20 pounds, that's a lot. And, you know,
you're not saying where to divide them up out.
No, I'm just saying there needs to be more.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to be closer together.
Yeah.
And
it's always up in those heavier weight classes where they start, here's a 15-pound gap. It is. Yeah, you're right.
And, you know, I'm sure a lot of people would disagree with me, but personally, I think they should do weigh-ins the day of the fight.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
It makes sense, though.
And I say that.
Everybody gains 20 pounds.
Exactly. Yeah. I say that because I'm older now, and I see the bad effects that it has on you when you cut weight a lot. Yeah. And you got guys that walk around at 100, and I'm talking about UFC level, but they walk around at 185 to 190, and they fight at 145.
I know.
That's ridiculous.
Yep.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
Yep. That can't be good for you.
It's not good for you.
You got people walking around at 220, cutting down to 185.
Yeah.
Fighting the next day at 205 pounds, probably.
Yeah, every bit of it.
Yeah.
Every bit of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that can't be good for your heart.
No, it's not good for especially your kidneys.
Yeah.
You know, it is. I mean, you can watch videos on YouTube, people passing out.
Yeah.
Trying to make weight at the UFC, you know, and it's just, to me, it's just too much.
Yeah.
You know, to me, if the fights are at 8 o'clock that night, I have weigh-ins at 12 o'clock that day.
Heck yeah. Then you have to come in feeling good at that time of weigh-in. You can't come in here feeling like trash.
Like you're about to die.
Yeah. But
all the people's weight would go up for sure.
You would probably have to do away with the 145 weight class altogether unless you're a female.
No.
I mean, unless you're like 160 or something, you know, but.
Well, I mean.
Still at 160, if you're fighting the day of, you don't want to lose 15 pounds and come in here and fight, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
but it would
be a lot closer to your walk around weight.
And that's the point. It's a lot closer to your natural weight.
Yeah.
And, you know, to me,
I'm sure there would be people still fighting at 145, but you could there wouldn't be as many.
Probably not. But the impact that it has on your brain when you've cut that much weight and then you fight the next day, you're not completely rehydrated. You're not. You can't be.
No.
And
it takes 2 days to rehydrate from that.
That brain starts rattling around in your skull. That's how people get permanent brain damage, you know. And so just to me, it's just something needs to be done about cutting such drastic amounts of weight.
Yeah. That would solve it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to weigh in today and you're going to fight tonight.
Yeah.
God.
I mean,
if and it would take though states, because it's all sanctioned by state.
Yeah.
So it would take state fighting, whatever they're called.
Athletic Commission.
Yeah. To say, all right, it's going to be an 8-hour period of time from the time you weigh in till the time you fight.
Yep.
That's it. It can't be any more than that.
Yep.
That's what it would take. But certain states probably wouldn't have many fights.
Maybe not.
You know what I'm saying?
But if everybody did it across the board, then what would it matter?
Right. It wouldn't.
What would it matter?
It wouldn't at that point, but it would take every state
Yeah, everybody would have to do it.
getting together. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not impossible.
No.
I mean, you know,
But I don't hate that idea at all.
you know,
For the fighter to help.
the fight that just happened last weekend, you know, Sean Strickland and Fluffy,
Yeah.
they would still fight each other. It just wouldn't be at 185.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
They'd meet at a different weight class.
yeah, they'd probably fight at 200.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and what's wrong with that? It's still the same fight.
I know.
You know,
They'd just feel better.
just feel better.
It'd
And
probably be a better fight.
probably would.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't get brain damage.
Exactly. Exactly. How do you feel about Sean Strickland, man?
I love him.
I know, I do too.
I love him.
He's
And I love
wild.
him because he's unfiltered. Whether you agree with what he says or not, don't matter. He says what's on his mind. He throws it all out there and is unapologetic about it. And
Yeah,
I
he is.
love that about him.
Yeah. I wish I could be like that.
And most of us are not in the position to be able to be like that, you know, but he is. And good for him.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I guess you do have to be in a certain position to be like that.
Or just look like a dumbass then.
Yeah, one or the other.
I mean, sometimes he does. He said some crazy
He
stuff,
does say some crazy shit,
but
I like it.
Yeah,
I know I like
I'm a
him.
fan.
Yeah, I'm with you on that too. Like, even if you don't agree with what he's saying, you have to kind of admire the fact that he's saying whatever he wants to
And
say.
wants to say it. And I like the fact that for the most part, Dana White has his back.
Yeah.
You know, even when press kind of push him about what some of the guys say, he's like, hey, freedom of speech. They can say whatever they want to.
Yeah,
It's like if you don't like it, come watch you get punched in the face.
I know.
Yeah, he's selling more tickets.
Come watch him get punched in the face. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
He just took that dude's 8-fight win streak away from him. Too.
Yeah.
I know. dude.
And that fight was such a good performance. I mean, if you watch
For him, it was. Yeah.
if you watch how Sean Strickland fought that fight, it was perfect.
Yep.
He was patient. He had a good stinging jab. And I get on my fighters all the time about just being lazy and just popping it. No, man. Pow. Sting them with that jab. Make it mean something.
Yeah.
Because that's going to set everything up.
That'll set the tone.
But
yeah.
if you don't make them respect that jab, then they don't care. It's not going to set anything up.
Yeah.
But if you popping them in the face
Yeah.
every few seconds
And
with
he
your jab,
was, dude. He
and
was-
you watch him fight, and that's what he was doing. He was patient, and in the third round, it opened something up, and he finished the fight. You know,
He never stopped throwing that jab.
no, never
In that
stopped.
fight, dude. It was pretty impressive. Like, as much as he would get attacked, he would just come straight back to it.
Yep.
Just, it's perfectly timed. It was awesome. So is the jab everything in a fight like that? Like that kind of fight? Because he wasn't going to get... There was a less likelihood that guy was going to try to take him down in that fight. So that kind of fight... Is a jab just as important as the takedown, or
Probably
Or is
more
it-
important. Yeah, stinging that jab out there, and you know, there's little tricks to where if I'm worried about this guy shooting on me and trying to take me down, I'm not going to really try to jab him in the face. I'm going to aim at his chest.
oh yeah,
So if he does drop level, he just ran into it. You know what I'm saying?
little MMA fights,
Yeah.
fight tricks.
So
Cool.
that's what I tell all the guys, you know, at the very first of the fight, if you have any feeling at all that this guy's going to try to take you down,
Punch him in the chest.
you know, start pumping that jab with some authority, put some sting on it, but aim at his chest.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Okay.
What is your favorite fight that you've ever fought?
My favorite fight that I ever fought.
That's a good one.
That is a good question. Probably, I fought Laverne Clark, and I know for my other podcast I did with y'all had some clips of that fight as the intro, right? When I fought Laverne Clark, I think I'd only had like, I don't know, 7 or 8 fights, and he had 20-something fights. He had been in the UFC a couple of times. Like, I'm pretty sure he was ranked like number 10 in the world when I fought him. And I was country boy from the middle of Tennessee, you know. I mean, they brought me there to lose, you know.
Yeah.
But I watched his fights. I studied him, knew what he was going to do, knew that, I mean, he had some wrestling, you know, he wrestled in high school, you know, but he didn't really have any jiu-jitsu, but his punches were fierce. His nickname was Fist of Fury.
Yeah.
You know, and fun fact, we were on the card, right? And there was all weight classes on the card, you know, heavyweights and everything. Laverne Clark had the longest reach of anybody on the card. He had the longest arms of even the super heavyweights. So he could hit you halfway across the ring, you know.
That's wild. I
and
can't imagine,
at the end of the first, of course, I was trying to take him down.
Yeah.
You know, that was, if I can get him to the ground.
Yeah.
And about the end of the second round, man, he clocked me with a right hand. And I didn't know where I was at for a minute. But he made the mistake instead of, and honestly, dude, if he would have just stepped back and kept punching, he'd knock me out. But he took me down.
Oh, golly.
And when he took me down, I just
You're in my place.
yeah,
baby.
I just curled up. I played defense, and I knew it was at the end of the round. You know, I just got to make it to the corner.
Oh, yeah.
So when we get to the corner, and I come back. You know.
Yeah.
So second round, I finally was able to take him down, and got him in an arm bar, tapped him out. But yeah, that was probably my favorite fight because up until that point, I was absolutely nobody from Spring City, Tennessee, you know.
Yeah.
And I drove to Council Bluffs, Iowa, 14 hours and fought this guy that had been in the UFC and beat him, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. That's badass, dude. That would feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That has to feel good, bro. When your arm got raised that night, I bet it was a little bit more special.
It really was. Oh, a little bit more to that night.
Oh, God.
So, not that I was involved because, you know, with the fight and the adrenaline dump and winning and everything, man, I literally, it was in Council Bluffs at a casino, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so after the fight, and I went back to my room and I passed out. I was done, you know. So coming into the little arena that was part of the casino, they had, this is an old school thing too, right? They had these stands that had the posters in them.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
They had the fight poster in this little stand, you know? So the guys, the guys exactly that were there with me, they asked the promoter, and he's like, "Hey man, can we get one of those posters?" And he's like, "That's the only 2 that I had made, and I'm keeping them. That's all there is." You know, nowadays they make 100 and something, you know, million posters, you know.
Go.
But back then they didn't, you know. So there was these 2 posters for that fight card, and they were big, you know, they were big posters. So, like I said, I went back to my room, passed out. About 3 o'clock in the morning, I hear dong, 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 dong on my door. And I open the door and there's my buddies laughing their asses off. And I'm like, "What did y'all do?" One of them pulls that poster out from under his short. He said, "You deserve this." I said, "Oh, I still got it. It's in my garage.
Yes,
it's in my garage."
Send us a picture of that mug.
I will. I will.
If you got it, send us a picture of that. That'll be the freaking. That's awesome, dude.
And my picture wasn't even on it, but my name was.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
The next day, I asked, "How in the hell did you get that?" And two of the guys, there was a security guard standing there at the front of the casino.
Yeah.
So two of the guys just got to talking to him and BSing with him, distracted him. The other guy went over there with his pocket knife and jimmied the thing open and stuck it up his shirt. Took off.
Dang.
So if Monty Cox is watching, I'm the one that got that poster.
Yeah.
It was 26 years ago. You can't have it back now.
We'll tag him. Man.
Yeah. Dang it, dude. That's awesome. Golly.
We gotta get you back on here because
Yeah, I
I
know.
enjoy talking to you, bro.
I know,
Yeah, dude.
And then there's,
I have a good time doing it too. I really do. I enjoy it. Telling my old stories.
we just got through about 3 years of stories right there. It really is all we covered.
So next time I come, this is what I'm going to do. I've got a little 8x10 that's got my fight record on it. You know, got the whole list of every fight that I had. And it's weird, but I can look at that and it starts bringing back memories of, I remember this happened at this show.
Yeah.
So I'll bring it next time.
Yeah, dude. Because it's all up here, you know. You got so much. You don't write the stuff down, you know. Not
No,
really.
but man, I wish I would have.
I know.
I
Young
really
people,
do.
if you're watching this, write your life down, bro.
Yeah.
You forget.
Yeah.
Until something just like clicks in your head.
A picture.
Something
Yeah.
happens. And you just
Somebody says something. Yeah. It's wild how that works. And then you would have your whole. You could go back and look at it yourself. You know. Oh, cool.
But nowadays everybody's got social media and everything. So it's
And
a whole lot
phones.
easier.
Yeah. I go back and look at our podcast and be like, oh, I remember that, you know. All right. At the end of these things, man, we give everybody a few minutes to give shout outs if you want to give them. Look at that camera, shout out whoever you want to shout out.
Yeah. First and foremost, the big guy upstairs, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. If it wasn't for him, I'd be nothing. I tell everybody, follow Jesus and you'll never be lost. And other than that, of course, my wife, you know, she's been by my side and riding this crazy roller coaster for
Shout
22
out.
years now.
Shout out, Miss Lavender.
Yeah, she's pretty awesome. She really is.
Yeah.
And you know, she genuinely enjoys the fight game too.
Yeah.
She likes it.
Yeah.
So
She would
bonus.
have to.
Yeah, I got lucky.
She has to. She would have to enjoy it. And then at the end of these things, we tell everybody we love them. You don't have to, but we always do. We love y'all.
Love y'all.
Yeah, dude. Going back in time like that.
I love hearing them stories.
I know, man.
Yeah, it's funny because once I start really thinking and getting going, it's like, man, I could sit here and talk to y'all for like 5-6 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got